Yeah, we're going. We're running. I think we're running. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we're going to have a go at this Cassette 50, Cascade Cassette 50, which I haven't played in years. I had this on the Electron, the Acorn Electron, and I thought, I've had this in the back of my mind for a while. I want to recreate what I did as a kid and go to all 50 games. Now, this isn't the Electron version. This is the BBC version, which came from bbcmicro.co.uk. And it's a disc version. And it's got a menu. Now, I'm assuming it's the same set of games. It looks like it's the same set of games. I'm not sure it's the same order. But does that really matter? The thing is, this cassette was produced in the 80s, and you'd pay a small amount of money and you'd get a cassette with 50 fantastic games, it said. And you'd also get a Casio calculator watch. The calculator watch was fun. I used to like that. I had small fingers at the time and I could use the buttons. And they were really small buttons. But these games, well, you see. Let's go straight through. From the top, Maze Eater. So although I'm streaming this, we'll see if anybody actually notices. I have absolutely no idea if anybody is going to notice this at all. So Maze Eater. By UTS. Have I got sound on? Yes, I have. You must eat all of the stars in the maze. I think we know the kind of thing. So it's I left. Let's see. Who is UTS, by the way? I thought this was supposed to be produced by Cascade. Maybe it's like a UTI. Let's see. What do you reckon? Written in BASIC? I think it might well be. Let's see, is this any? I mean, you can't really screw up this kind of game, can you? Look at the cursor down the left-hand side of the screen. Come on, Q. Didn't say now. I thought. Well, it's not stopping. Has it got stuck? I can't control the thing anymore. Oh no, it's going down. Oh no, it went up. Is it lagging? What is it doing? I'm not controlling that at all. I think it was lagging. I think it was auto repeat on the keyboard. Yeah, I have to press this really slowly because if I hold it down, it just goes out of my control. And look at that, the score is actually over the top of the actual maze. The score is on the maze. So avoid these ampersand symbols. I don't know what actually happens if I... Oh, look at that. I was hoping... Oh! Do you know what? I wasn't really even going to say that I was trying to escape that. I was actually trying to get hit just to see what happened. I half expected to go right through it. Let's see. I can get you after a score of 100. Let's see what happens. Can I actually clear this? Can I clear this actual thing? Bearing in mind how slow and uncontrollable this actually is. Let's give it a go. Do. They don't write songs like this anymore, do they? There are no power pills. There's no upgrades. The funny thing is, I would have thought that when I was playing this on the Electron, I would have thought maybe it was adapted from a BBC game that looked a bit better. And I can honestly say that this doesn't look any better. It's, for those who are into the tech side of things, it's written in mode 6 clearly because you've got those black lines going across the screen. That means it's a text mode that was designed for word processing, and I did actually get outwitted by it. I want to see what happens if I actually complete the map. I'm almost tempted to say, because this is written in BASIC, maybe I could just edit this to actually just remove the monsters or something. You know, I put it in the back of my mind that Input, which was a home computer course published a series of magazines, they printed a listing for a Pac-Man clone, and it might have been very similar to this. I don't think it was this one because Inputs one actually was in colour, whereas this is just yellow and blue. And why choose those colours, incidentally? It's not like those were like the default colours. Somebody has actually decided, I want this to look like yellow and blue. Am I trapped? Can I run this out? Run this thing? Come on. I tried to hold down the key there. That was stupid of me, because I know what happens then. They are quite ruthless, these things, I will tell you that. No. Okay, I think I'm safe because I don't think they can actually get out of those corners. They really are just going directly towards me, the shortest possible route. So as long as I don't let them actually get to me. Like now, they're all just stuck. They're stuck in their little corners. Ah, that wasn't particularly clever. Although, to be honest, that the ampersand I'm thinking of is the one immediately below me. But oh no! Oh no! No! Come on! I'm actually having to do some strategy here. Who'd have thought it? No! You know, this is actually getting embarrassing because I'm actually getting outwitted by this thing. And the trouble is, you might be saying, oh, why didn't you turn there? Why didn't you turn? Because it's lagging. It's lagging. And there's like a second delay I have to leave between each key. If I press more quickly than that, it will just zoom on forward. Let's have a look. Escape at line 1900. I bet this is written in BASIC. Not only is it written in BASIC, it is written. Hang on. Now, can I remember how to do this? Because it's been set to. This is my memory. It's been set. I can't type. I tell you what. Let's reset it that way. You could do this thing at the bottom of the screen. It got scrolled off the bottom. You could do this thing on the BBC Micro with a special command that would force it to move the screen down slightly. I'm going to move it down slightly in case the top of your screen was cut off by a television, because they used to do that, the old CRT TVs. They cut off the edge of the screen, so you sometimes wanted to see a bit more than you otherwise would. I'm curious, do we actually get... I'm going to scroll through this. End of game, it says. Does that just happen if you complete the... that gives you the score. If the score is, then Y5 equals 9. I'm guessing Y5 equals... What is that? I'm talking about this like I actually know what I'm doing. Okay, you win, it says. So what does that actually do? Presumably that's if you just clear the board. So 3600, we can fake that. There you go, I win. What a fantastic tune as well. That was terrible. Right, and that's the one game of 50. And I may say, I think you're going to find that was a highlight. Game number 2, Galactic Attack. Oh, sound effects. So we're running in the teletext mode 7. Defend Earth from the invading UFOs by moving your gun sight onto the invading UFO and firing lasers. But beware, they fight back with bright yellow mines. If a UFO leaves the bottom of the screen, you will lose 50 points from your score. There are 4 sectors to be cleared, each with a different type of invader! Exclamation mark. Full stop. Press fire button to start. Does that mean I can actually use a joystick? Can I use a joystick? Have I enabled joysticks? Joystick. Failed to initialize joystick. Well done, BUM. I'm just going to have a quick check. Is there something that I needed to turn on to do this, to make this happen? Turn on, turn on. All right. Don't worry, no problem. I'll do it with the keyboard. No, I'm not apparently using a joystick. Use cursor keys and tab to fire. That's unusual. That would have been terrible on the Electron. They can't have used those keys on the Electron. You know, this is actually, it's responsive. I mean, I've seen a lot worse. I've seen a lot worse today. I mean, it's not, you know, one of the best games I've seen. I mean, a lot of the time on the 8-bit systems, you know, you're kind of used to things looking very much simpler than they do today. But even on the BBC, you get a lot of this. But at the same time, you get a lot worse than this. This is the first game I think I've seen on here which actually doesn't look too bad. Now it says there's 4 sectors. Obviously, I'm doing very well. Each time I fire, I seem to be firing twice. Well, maybe not. It seems if I actually hit the UFO, and I actually have to hit a set pixel, they mustn't. Oh, I see. See. Oh, green on cyan. That's really, really easy to read, isn't it? I was running into those mines. I just want to see if I can get past without running into one of the mines. Also, the explosion stays on the screen, doesn't it? So don't run into the mine. Don't run into the yellow. Don't run into the yellow. We were talking about modes earlier, and if that's of any interest, this is running in mode 2, which is a 16 colour mode. In fact, there are only 8 colours, but 8 of the 16, all sector 2, 8 of the 16 are flashing. So those flashing stars in the background, that's actually just a built-in feature. We have a different alien in sector 2. I'm impressed. Genuinely impressed. Probably the aliens are done using conventional UVGs, conventional user-defined graphics. The lasers have been done with the operating system triangle drawing. So again, it's simpler than it looks. But there's nothing wrong with it being simple as long as it's effective. No, don't put it on screen. Sector 3. Do I get to Sector 4? So what happens after Sector 4? And also, an interesting thing is that the alien design, of course, there's less set pixels in these later ones. So that makes them actually harder to deal with, plus they're moving faster. That's actually not badly thought out. This would have been quite good as a magazine lister. Sort of game that you would type in. And come on, don't mind me. Do I complete all 4? Sector 5. Did they not say that there were 4 sectors? Or was I thinking of something else? Oh no! Mission completed. Sector 5 just says mission completed. And we have a tune. So, Sector 1, Level 2. Okay. Alright, we've seen enough of that. Is it written in BASIC? I can't be bothered actually finding out. It might have been. I think there was some machine code in there. But anyway, Galactic Attack. Okay. Reasonable game. Reasonable. For the price. Space Mission is number 3. Let's have a look. We're back to mode 6. And another lovely colour scheme. Your craft is loading fuel, but the planet may explode at any time. You must decide how long to wait before you take off. If you don't have enough fuel, your craft will fall and crash. Press any key to take off. You survive for another mission if you can fly to the top of the screen. You have an unknown quantity of reserve fuel too. Any key to play, Q to exit. So I'm thinking, is UTS? Again, I'm thinking, oh, flickering like mad. Whoa, what happened there? It's like I died and it immediately... This is... It's doing this even if I don't touch anything. And it's causing... Of course it's in basic. How could it not be in basic? Oh, we're not looking for last time, looking for list. It is that short. That is the whole game. I've got a feeling I used to be able to play this on the Electron. I'm not sure if it's just because this is an Electron game that it's just really, really running too fast. Also, it's written... Should I be really picky about this? It's written using Go subs and not proper BBC Basic procedures. So it's very primitive. But even then, I don't care as long as it's playable. This is not playable. Should we try again, just to see? Whoa, 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 whoa. I held down space and it just zoomed off into the sky. Is this that same problem that if I now... Okay, it's unplayable. As soon as you press a button, it zooms and then it's unplayable. Okay, space mission complete washout. Terrible, terrible game. Lunar Lander. Now, come on. Lunar Lander. That's a classic of the 8-bit era. How can you get that wrong? How can you get it wrong? Let's find out. It's by UTS. Try to land on the flat surfaces. At least you can read it. Q main thrust. I retro left. P retro right. Your craft takes a little time to react to the engines. Crash if you land too fast. More points for landing towards the right of the moonscape. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. You must be joking. Let me just check for a second. What, am I actually running this on a stock BBC? I am too. That's absolutely awful. I know I just did. I've got to see this again. This is dreadful. Can I even play? I mean, the fuel's going down. Fuel's going down. The Q main thrust did nothing. I'm holding it down. No. We've got that lag, drop, crash. It looks like I can either go, and there's that lag of the controls that it like overloads the controls if I hold them down. So I suppose I just have to like keep tapping very lightly. Let's see if I can actually do this. No. It's just going out of my control. No. Complete washout. I'm wondering even if that would be playable on the Electron, to be honest. The Electron was a cut down. Based on the BBC Micro, it actually had a lot of internal differences and it ran about 30% slower. But even that, would that make that much difference for this game? I really don't know. I really don't think so. Let's try Plasma Bolt. Oh, what? Remember I said about the flashing colours being built in? Why not make your instructions complete? That's a ball. Oh dear. Plasma starts at the top of the screen. Your ship is at the bottom. This is probably not going to even work. You must knock a hole in the plasma and then fly through it to survive. Just 3 controls: I, P, and space. Let's try it. Oh, I think I can do this, although it's not. I've left a trail behind me. No. Again, it's that Zealous lag, but we got it. We got it. This is like that game show, The Wall. It's just I've got to come on. Okay, I get a point each time this happens, and if I fail, my score goes to 0. But it zooms through the instructions faster than I can react. This is at least playable. Nope. And it just lists through the source. It's a little bit longer than previous ones. Your missiles are a little unstable, it says at 22542. What on earth would cause that? I don't care. I wonder if that's even that line even gets. I mean, I could just go through the basic Star Trek. Now, this obviously isn't going to be a licensed game. What it's most likely going to be is there was in the 8-bit era a venerable series of games called Trek that were quite sophisticated sort of space adventuring games based on Star Trek, where you go to a particular sector, and if there were Klingons there, you'd have to destroy them, and you'd have to manage your photon torpedoes and warp fuel and stuff. They were quite absorbing back in the day. So I'm thinking entering command code 3, comments computer request directions, sectors horizontal. Can I remember all this? Okay, we'll give it a go. So long range scan first. Short range scan. There's absolutely nothing there. What if I? I was hoping if I just pressed enter, then it would give me a little brief rundown of the instructions again. No, it actually causes basic to. It's written in basic again. Nothing wrong with that. Let's run the game again. List commands available is 8. Okay. So long range scan. There's BS in one of those sectors. I don't know where we are. Especially in the middle. I don't know. 1 warp factor 5. Short range scan. Oh, there is something. Oh, well, I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing. Status and position report. I'm none the wiser. This is a bit like those old Star Trek games, those old Trek games. It's kind of simplified. And I say that really having not paid enough attention to what I'm doing. So that's short range. If I move the Enterprise, I should be at 1 - 6 5 short range scan. Ooh. Let's then go 1 sector to the side. Docked with Starbase. That's good. That's good. Now there's something, if we look at the short range scan, there's something to our above, to our upness. Let's see what's there. Okay, let's go to the left. -1 5. I'm dead. I collided with a star. We see that was what the asterisk was, a star. Who'd have thought that? Who'd have thought asterisk would be a star? Damage required. Damage required? Ran out of energy. That was my log, and my final energy was -1,264,965.21 units. That appears to be a loss of -6,851,000 894.89%. We've all learned a lot from that, I'm sure. Does anyone want to see the source? Anyone want to see the basic listing? Might as well. I don't think it's going to be that long. Yeah, it's not that long. I mean, that's probably, that's the sort of game I think would use up a little bit of time. It's not the sort of thing that I'm going to get into right now, but I think if you're in the right frame of mind, it would be okay. It's UTS again, and ever looking for less readable instructions. Safe landing if touchdown on runway with airspeed between 100 and 500 knots. Q, stick forward. Z, back. I, less throttle. M, more. What do you reckon? Playable or not? Let's find out. Oh no! Hang on. So less throttle. No. I've crashed. I'm not surprised, actually. I've stalled. Stalling isn't a reason to... Right. End of game. Playable? No. Just because we seem to be doing this, that's the basic listing. And let's go back to the menu. Oh, radar landing, that was called. Stalling and crashing, I would have called it. Attacker number 8. Attacker. By UTS, and we can read it. You must try to get the puck through the gate in the middle line. You are allowed 5 misses. Your score increases each time the puck goes through the gate. I moves the gate left. P moves right. Right. Playable? Let's find out. Come on. Oh, I see. Okay. It's flickery, but I see. I can control it. It's responsive. But I get 5 goes. All right. Oh, no, that was so close. That was close as well. Let's try again. I won't keep doing this because I know that flickeriness is going to drive people nuts. But you're not looking at it as closely as I am. Hey, how about it? It left a gate there. Come on. Oh no. Playable? Yeah. Is it fun? No. Let's have a look at this. Short but sweet. There's the germ of what could be a very basic time waster there, a very simple mini game. But the execution is very poor, but not the worst we've seen. Why is it called Attacker? Because it's about opening a gate to let something through. That doesn't make sense. Galactic Dog Fight is number 9. It's UTS again, readable instructions. A dogfight between 2 ships, Ship A and Ship L. Ship A fires missing by pressing... Oh, I see. Missile pressing A, L. So it's actually a 2-player game. The ships are not called A and L, they are called O and plus. I'm only pressing A at the moment. It's flickering so much I can barely see what's going on. They actually fire different missiles. And you know, I was a young kid when this came out, and I had this, and I'm very much want to assure you that we crashed into each other. Now, there's no way you can actually control the path of the ship. So to actually blame the player for that is a bit rich. But no, even as a kid, I didn't think these were that good. But it's there's a fascination to it. So that was Galactic Dog Fight. Zion Attack number 10. Your ship. It's the UTS again. How far? 5. I'm not making any points on the actual name of the ship because that I'm hoping that that's nothing negative that they're implying there. 1, 6. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just. What? Did you get it right? So I got it right apparently just by pressing buttons without even thinking. Is that really even a game? I suppose so. 11. Evasive action. Evasive action. By UTS, we might have guessed. But actually, readable colour combination, even if I have covered up one of the words. You are the white square. You must not land on a hash. Try to get a high score. Q, Z, and nothing else. Okay. I think the evasiveness there is it's not bad. I mean, I've seen many games of this kind. Why they didn't just have it scrolling up and down, I do not know. Because did you see there? I got through a diagonal gap, But normally you'd have this um, scrolling upwards, so that you could use the operating system's own scrolling to make the whole thing smoother. Very rare to see it done sideways, but it works. It is playable. It's all right. It's all right. Is it the sort of thing that you would put on a commercially released game? No. You might put it on a little cassette tape. Sorry, you might put it on as a listing for a magazine. The sort of thing that could probably be done as a 10-liner. If you actually scrunch this up a bit, you could do it probably in 10 lines of code. Maybe even a one-liner. You can certainly do the vertical one in one line. That was done many times. So we're on to noughts and crosses. Would you like instructions? Yes, I've never heard of noughts. Of course I have. It's noughts and crosses, just like the normal game. So if you don't actually know how to play noughts and crosses, you haven't got a hope. However, you must be able to tell the computer your move. 1, 2, 3, then a comma, then another number. 1, 2, 3. First number equals row, second is column. Okay. So, well, be careful. It's row then column, not column then row. That would be stupid. Let's go for a hard game. Yes, I do want first go because that will give me a huge advantage. Oh, sorry, I've got to type it in full, have I? My go then is 2-2. There you go, computer. And I'm going to be going to 1. Oh, well done, computer. Well done. I mean, obviously it's going to draw unless I make some colossal mistake, which I might well do because, it is recording and it is streaming. In fact, if I now just go for 3-3, I think that's it. And we won. It's a draw. Stalemate, another game. No. It looks a lot like a UTI game, but a UTI. I actually said it, a UTS game. But it's all right. It's all right. And it had a passable AI, but it's pretty easy to do an Cross's AI. But they did it well. It's all right. Very basic graphics, but it's okay. Boggles, number 13. It's UTS. You're giving a number and a limit. Take turns to the computer to subtract from the number. So it's a bit like NIM. You can take anything from 1 to the limit. Eventually, either you or the computer will take the last number. Whoever takes the last number loses. Let's give it a go. The number is 73. This is another one where the computer should actually beat me every time on this. There is a trick to it, though, isn't there? Takeaway limit is 9. I've got a feeling that if... Well, it doesn't matter anyway until we get... It's taking 1 every time. I can beat it, can't I? If I just take one, then all I have to do is take one. No, I thought it was for I misunderstood because I'm not reading the instructions because I'm super clever like that. I don't need them. So I can I just put 0? No. Okay. Computer wins. Richly deserved win from the computer there. Takeaway limit is 13. In that respect, then, I think if I can get it to 14, I think we can force it to lose. No, we can't. I'm sure there's a strategy that I've read somewhere and I'm being an absolute idiot. Oh, takeaway limit is 6. This is going to take a while. 6. 6. It really doesn't matter, I'm pretty sure. 8. Yeah, if we get right. That's what it did, didn't it? It went for the number +2 because then it. Okay. So far, of the puzzle type games, this is the most interesting one. Even though I'm going to kick myself because I'm sure that there's such a simple strategy for this. All that time reading Martin Gardner books completely wasted, obviously. He's done it again, final +2. So whatever I pick, it's got me now. So all I should have done is stop at the previous one. Is it possible for me to win? At 8, that would be 17. But yeah, it's done it again, hasn't it? So, in theory, if I could get it to 2n+2, I'm thinking, would that work? Great soundtrack as well. 6. So, what we're looking for is 14. I need to get to 14. Don't get any further. Yeah, it's got me. It's got me because whatever I go for, or has it? If I take 1, no, it has got me. Because if I like to take 6, then it's going to. All right. Not bad. Not bad, UTS. Not bad at all. I was half expecting to say there's no way that you can win. I wouldn't mind, but I'm not sure there is a strategy. If there is, I've forgotten what it is. But that was fun. That was fun. So that was Boggles. Next one is Pontoon. I don't think this is UTS. Maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe it is because I have to type in yes. Well, yeah, obviously it's just it's Pontoon. 7 Heroes. No, I have to type them full. I lost. Yes. No. I lost. No. Computer loses. Okay. It's very simple. And of course, it's basic. Yeah. It looks like another UTS game. Nice and simple. Ski jump, I actually remember. And it is UTS. You had 9 jumpers and you put a bet on the one that you think will jump the furthest. You may bet as much as you like up to your funds. Bet how much? Well, we'll say 10. On which skier? Number 4. I like number 4. I remembered this as having more graphics, but then again, I remember this looking exactly like this. So there may be another game that's almost exactly the same that's also on this tape. Stroke disc. I lost. Let's do 40. And the skier this time is number 9. I remember there being a roulette game on certainly the Electron version, which was quite well made. And if you ran out of money, you could actually sell your relatives to get more money. That time 4-1. So again, just for entertainment for the ultra nerdy. That's the basic there. So that was ski jump. Let's go for hangman. Obviously, it's got to be hangman. It's UTS. Take turns. This is not going to be much use because obviously I'm the only one playing. Let's go for cassette. Is A in it? Yes, it is. Is Y in it? No. I'm more curious to see what the hangman looks like. It's going to be very blocky, isn't it? Yes, it is. But he saved. There's that wonderful tune again. That's the UTS jingle. They all used to sing that as they went into the office in the beginning of the day. Let's deliberately go for it this time. We'll just go. We'll say the word is X, and we'll see how the hangman looks, or the hang with the man. It's all ASCII. Oh, charming! That really is charming. I'm very, very offended. I'm going to improve that. Where have they put the copy key? There it is. You are great. Right. Let's again. In fact, can I do the same one each time? No, I can't. Get ready for that wonderful tune. I'm great. Yeah, thank you. Right. Hangman. Next one is Old Bones. I remember a game of that name. What a surprise! It's UTS. So it looks like it's cricket. Whoa, 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 whoa. Also, nowhere near the wicket. Ah! So really, you just want to sit here and just not move, because as long as the ball isn't actually coming at those O's, you're fine. And even then, I just ignored it. But and again, that cursor is flickering all over the screen. Do you know? I'm going to show you something. Right. Does this actually switch to mode 6 at any point? Must be around line 1000. It does. Right, something that I know that I don't think they did, which is that you can do this. Okay? What I just typed there. Remember that flickering cursor? It's not there anymore. There you go. And I could actually, with a little bit of work, get rid of that flicker altogether. But there you go. It didn't take much, did it? Didn't take much to fix that. What that little line did, that did a little reprogramming of the graphics chip on the BBC, because the cursor is a hardware feature. So we move on to thin ice, number 18. I'm told the temperature around a piece of ice, you must guess how long it will take to melt. There is a rule, see if you can spot it. This sounds incredibly tedious. Temperature 33, how long? I don't know. 5? Okay, let's see if we can spot the rule. I'm slipping off my chair. Hang on a sec. Getting closer than what? I think it said 79 at the end. Temperature is 8. Now, what was it? Let's go for 10 now. Oh, no. Okay. That's going to take a lot longer. There is a rule. See if you can find it in the basic listing. Pretty damn good with one M. I was hoping there would be like some really obvious formula. Q equals RA times 60 plus 1. That would be probably the delay. K equals K plus Q squared. Oh, I can't be bothered. I could work it. I can't be bothered. Okay, thin ice. Orbiter. Number 19. And we're not even halfway. See how many successful planets you can make. You are plus. The planet is 0. You must orbit for 30 time units for a successful mission. You can make slight adjustments to the craft speed by pressing the keys I, P, Q, Z. Failure if you hit planet. Failure if you go off the scanner. Any key to play. I've just realised, by the way, these last few UTS games, they seem to have calmed down a bit on the colour scheme. You know, that yellow and blue. It's all right, it's readable. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Whoa. So it is doing its gravity. Mission success. I was pressing buttons. I didn't really pay attention to why. It's worthy of a remix. Anyway, that's not a very interesting game, largely because it's just moving so quickly around the screen. You can't really see, you don't really get a feel for what the orbit is. It needed to go a bit slower. That's generally a problem with this. In fact, where is it getting a string from? I'm curious now. Very curious. String. A string was S string. Oh, there it is. So that almost looks inky 1. Okay. Experiment time. I'm gonna now that 1 that tells it to scan the keyboard for 1/100th of a second, centiseconds. You can tell it to do an instant scan, which is 0. But what I'm also going to do is 2605. I'm going to do this one, star FX 19. What that does is it waits for the vertical retrace, the V blank, the electron beam on the screen to go back from the CRT. That should lock the frame rate and make the screen more stable. Right? Let's see. I might be wrong. It might be terrible. Because the trouble with basic games, it can be tricky, but we have the problem that it's just not doing actual updates on the position very much, but it is flickering a lot less. Just for completeness, shall we add the other 23820200? Oh, that didn't work. I can only assume that something is happening. Mysterious things are happening. Let's put it in 250. There we go. The cursor's gone. No, it's back. It must do another mode 6. I can't be bothered. It's all right. There's much better Orbiter games out there. It's not the worst we've seen by any means. Motorway. Is this going to be one of those vertical scrolling avoid the cars games? I wonder. We're on a 2-lane motorway. You are the car Y. The computer is car C. The top lane is inside lane. Q moves inside lane. Z outside lane. I slow down. P speed up. Okay, I'm paused for a minute there because I was thinking, if this is vertical, then those keys are all the wrong way around. But if it's horizontal, I reckon they've done it horizontal again. They have. Did you see the way the car C just keeps... Whoa! I think the computer crashed into me. I think I crashed into the computer there. Because that is just random. It's going... Whoa! What was it supposed to do? Because I can only move to the outside lane. I can't move... Even if I went to the outside lane, I would have crashed. So I either would have had to crash or I lose because I overtook on the inside lane. Oh, speed. Yes, you've got the speed thing too. Okay. All right. Speed. Okay. Yeah, that works. Whoa. Okay, that actually works, and it is responsive, unlike those earlier games. Really, though, it just boils down to pause the game until, and even then, it just, before I could react, it literally just went straight into me. But as a minigame with a little bit of work, it would be all right. But it's not a professional. It doesn't look professional at all. It's certainly not commercial quality. So motorway, force field. I'm sure they have got proper NIM as well. It's UTS. You're trapped in a force field with 10 spongs and 10 gulpers. Gulpers can move, but spongs can't. Gulpers can eat you, spongs can eat you, and gulpers can eat you and gulpers. This game is virtually impossible to win. What's so new? Hey, UTS? I'm glad you're actually admitting it. Try to hide behind spongs. You are star. QZIP. Why those keys? These are not the keys that 99% of BBC games used to use. Usually it would be ZX :/ because that's which is feel more natural. These days we'd have WSAD. But QZIP, very strange. Yeah, I lost before I even worked out what was going on. Oh, I see. Okay. Whoa. I didn't even have a chance. Again, it's super laggy because it's not scanning the keyboard very often. And in fact, it's still responding to the keys that I pressed before. It is super laggy, and that's a big step back for our friends at UTS. Yeah, keep going. Next one is NIM. Well, we saw this is proper NIM. Okay, where there's multiple rows. There are 3 rows of stars. Diddly diddly dee dee dee. You may take any number of stars from any one row. The player to take the last star or stars wins the game. Let's have a look. 1, I can take. Is it up to 3? Okay. Which row? 3. I'm pretty sure there's a solution to this. Again, I can't remember what it is. I'd have to look it up. I will probably lose this unless I somehow. I'm pretty sure the computer can always win this. There's one of those Matt Parker videos. He had the Dr. Nim mechanical game, which would win every time. And I think it was basically the same thing. I won! I defeated the computer and it crashed. Too many 4s at line 3870. Ah, what a joy. Okay, it's actually buggy. It's not actually quick. Tunnel escape 23. Here's UTS again. Your position is shown with a star. At the beginning of the game, you may choose the channel. The channel? We're going to France. The tunnel you wish to follow by moving the star. Q equals up, setting equals down. Press S to see the next part of the cave. Passable tunnels are shown with a hash. You will fail if you press this. If you come to a dead end, bad luck. You win if you reach the end of the tunnel system. There's any key to play. So Q, Z, and S. Again, weird key choices. We are digging our way out, but you must wait for a minute. Well, come on then. So that I could turn the throttle off this and make it run at super speed. Come on. Okay. Now, I just wanted to see the next bit of the cave. Can I speed this up? Yes. Okay. Down. I am lost. Sorry, am I wrong? You'll fail if you press S when the star is not next to a hash. I'm sorry. Okay, I thought the objective was to avoid them. It's because I'm not reading things. I can't read. Should we just... yeah. Right, so I've got to do that. Now I've got to... Oh. Bad luck, I guess. It's very random, and it doesn't seem to be very fair at all. We'll see. Yeah, I'm stuck. That's just random. That's random. It's not even a game. I don't really call that a game. 24 barrel jump. Hey, it's UTS. Jump as many barrels as you can. You are the star. When you get to the first barrel, press any key and the star will jump, sometimes high. The jump gets longer till you fail. You can't win. All right. Don't keep shouting at me. It's that magical tune again. Oh, come on. Oh, I got out. Yeah. I remember this on the Electron, and it was more playable. Give myself a fighting chance here. Where is the main loop? I'm sure it's going to have a go-to in it somewhere. Oh, obviously there's a go-to 100, but that's the overall loop, I think. Go-to 3. That's it, yeah. 3100. I think what we will do is we'll put in 3187. I'm tempted to put in FX19 just to slow it down a little bit. I'm actually wondering whether to put in 2. Because anything that starts with a star is an operating system command. You can't put colons after operating system commands usually. What you can do is there's more than one way to send a command to the operating system from BASIC. One is to put a star in front of it. Another one is to use the OSCLI command, which does the same thing but with a string. So that's why I did it that way. That's okay. That looks more playable now. and I'll see if I can still lose. Whoa, that's high. That's more like I remember it. That's more like I remember it. No, I'm not going to go back to the previous games and change it all. And I know these sounds are incredibly annoying. All right, we've proved a point. I think that the game is improvable, but only just. Cannonball Battle sounds like another 2-player, and this is halfway through. This is UTS, another unreadable instructions. 2 cannonballs are fired. Q fires 1, P fires 2. If they collide, you score a hit. If you miss 5 in a row, your game ends. Oh, I see. Okay, so you've got to try and... If that were easier to see, that would not be a bad little game. It's not... I mean, it's a mini game. It's a mini game. So I've seen worse on modern games. In fact, I've got one. Joe, I was thinking that would work quite well in like Tower Unite in their arcade area. Obviously, with better graphics than this. But we'll move on. So we're halfway through now. Overtake. Bear in mind, we already had this one, Motorway, which seemed to be about overtaking. Is this UTS trying the same idea from another angle? Oh, what comes up with these colours? Okay, all right. Sorry. 1,000. Where does it change those? Look at that. They've even put it in a thing. All right. Where's the key? Where's the key? There it is. Right. Background is now black, so at least it's readable. See how long you can keep going. You are the faster car, but you must not crash into the slower ones. Press spacebar to overtake slow cars. Sorry. Press any key to play. Oh, I see. I'm the asterisk, won't I? Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, very flickery, very primitive graphics, but actually presented better, that would actually be a pretty addictive little game. That's the core of something fun in there. Because you're just moving along and you've got to judge where you land. Oh, I like that. Did you see that? Did you see it? How I did that so cleverly between things? I think it's the only downside is that you've kind of got this. That for the simplicity of this game, that is seriously not bad. And given the standard that we've seen so far, that's impressive. But I must say, we did see Galactic Attack earlier, which was a lot smoother, a lot better. So sitting target number 27. 27. I finally lost count. 27. So UTS, you are the flashing square. Get to the right of the screen before your score reaches 200. I and P, you lose. Missile is launched when you are in front of it. Isn't that so often true in life? Let's see. Where am I? I can't see where I am. I'm the flashing square. Oh, I see. You know, I really should make a point of actually listening to myself when I read these instructions. I'm not listening to myself when I do it, and then I get confused when the game starts. It's another one of these where it's just random. It's just all random. Yeah, because it can actually hit you. You know, the missile can actually launch directly onto you. But as ever, we'll have a quick look at the basic listing. It's a short one, but you know, there's the gem of an idea there, I suppose. The game is called Sitting Target. I think that's an adequate name. Smash the Windows, number 28. You are trying to open a safe. There are 3 doors to be opened in turn. The dial has a range of 1 to 50. If you turn the dial to the correct setting, the door will open. There is a light indicator to help you. When this is short, you are the number. When it is long, you are not. You have 5 tries at each door. Any key to play. I've been criticising UTS a bit, and some of this I think is justified in terms of the colour schemes, and certainly that Act 4 loop error. Yeah. But they did have to come up with, I would imagine at quite short notice, 50 games. I'm assuming all of these are UTS. Just think about that. Come up with 50 games. Even if you were doing like a game jam month, and it would only be like 30 games. Say maybe you've got 2 weeks, we need 50 games. I think 1 or 2 of them might be a bit ropey, you know. But also it was the 80s, times were different. But also Cassette 50 is infamous, so I'm not making too many excuses. And as a kid, it did keep me entertained. It really did. I mean, I had better games. I really did. But there's something about it that's endearing. So, turn to, I know what it says. So, short means I'm close, long means I'm not. We turn to 5. Okay. 3. So, 7. How high can I go? I've been okay. I thought it was 1 to 10. It's 1 to 50. Okay. Right. Let's try just dividing this in half. So, whoa, 25. So let's go to 20. 15. 18. Oh, we got it. Right. So again, 25. Let's guess that it's higher. No, it's not. 12. 5. 3. I've been caught. I might give that another go. That's close. Say 23. 24. Okay, so it's actually the number of. It is actually the number of positions, the length of the bar. Okay, 25. So the fact it went down makes me then think: is it going to be like 28? No. Go back. 6. 5. Oh no, I'm on. Well, actually, I might be all right. I've opened the safe. Okay. Why was it called Smash the Windows? That must be a reference that I mean, I didn't get it as a kid. I don't get it now. Simple enough idea. It's okay. It's okay. 29. Spaceship. By Cascade. It's not by UTI. And I can tell you this isn't mode 6 either. This is mode 4. Possibly mode 1, but it's mode 4 because it's a 2-colour mode. And if they were using mode 1, they would use the colours. Do you know what? I've changed my mind. It is still UTS, isn't it? Because it's those same keys, I and P. Some skill, some luck. Your skill is the lower square. Move your ship. Go ahead, move your ship under the upper square to eliminate it. There is a time limit. Okay, so I've just got to position my ship. And we actually got graphics. Flickery as hell. there is a time limit. The thing is, there's no penalty for overshooting either, so you can. This is still just like bog standard magazine listing. It's very, very simple, and ultimately you lose no matter what. Great music, and they still use stop as well, which really looks like it's been converted from a computer. Pennies dropped. Of course, they've converted all these from other computers, haven't they? That's why they're not written like BBC Games. And of course they have, because they did all these for all the different platforms. I'd always kind of assumed that they just came up with 50 games just pulled from wherever, like they were a publisher that had had games submitted to them, and they'd just gone, okay, 50 of those, 50 of those, 50 of those, one for Amstrad, one for BBC, one for Commodore 64, one for Spectrum. No. They wrote 50 basic games, or thereabouts, and just used exactly the same code as far as possible in each one. Of course they did. Of course you would do it that way. So that was Spaceship. Jet Flight number 30. Fly your aircraft safely through the other planes. You are a right angle bracket. Others are shown by squares. Okay. What are these planes doing? More to the point, what is air traffic control doing? Not a bad little mini game. Again, you could see this being adapted to something now, couldn't you? Just as long as because everything's moving all the time, it's nice and simple. You could knock this together very easily. So that's what was that? Was that Jet Flight, or was it Spaceship? No, Spaceship was the one with the actual graphics. Phaser. Back to UTS. The phaser will attack from the top. You are the hash. You can move one square left or one right. I equals left, P equals right. See how long you can survive. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, well, you've just got... I win. Is that it? Is that it? Right, so there's a 50% chance, wherever you start, that you're going to be in the right position, as I was there. So all you've really got to do is pay attention to when it's two-step like that, and then if it's not, just move one square. What they should have done is made it so that the wall had a different pattern of squares and gaps each time. But it's basically the same as that other wall game, isn't it? It really is. It's just a little variation on that. So phaser. Now, number 32, Intruder. A building has 15 rows of 15 rooms. There is an intruder in one room. You are in row 15, column 1. The direction of the intruder from you is given. You can search any 5 rooms. Bearings will be given each time you enter a new room. Select row by entering a number and ask for X, column and ask for Y. That's really confusing now. So you're telling me that the vertical position is X, the horizontal is Y. Okay. Whatever. Right, so he's northeast of me, which is very likely to be the case, actually. So let's go for 8-8. West. Okay, let's go for 4-4 then. Still, okay. 2-2. North. In that case, it must be 1-2. No, this is the stupidity of it. Okay, 2-1. Bound. And do you know what I just realised? Is that they're wrong. They said select row by entering number when asked for X. No, 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 no. It is actually the column. So you put the column in first, then the row. Just that's the instructions are wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. I want my money back now. So let's do the same thing again. Go for start in the middle. So it's now southeast. So we'll go for 12, 12. Northeast. Let's go for 1410. It is west. So let's go for 1310. Found. Very easy if you're systematic about it. Just divide the thing into halves each time. It's okay. Sort of thing that I think would be good for a very simple kids educational game. You could make it look a bit better than that, but other than that, nothing really wrong with that one. I mean, it's not the most exciting game, but yeah, it's a game. It's winnable. It does what it's supposed to. Fine. Right, so that was Intruder. Inferno. You must go to the room on the right to get water to put out the fire in the room on the left. Each time you fill the bucket, your score increases. You'll win with 10 buckets. So, same keys as before. You lose by being burned or by running into a wall. Game or quit. G or Q. Why can't it just be like 1 or 2 or Y or N? Okay. So I've just got to do. I do remember this one. Most of these I've sort of merged in my fevered memory over the years, but I do remember this one. So just go over here. Right, I've got a full bucket, and the fire is increasing. I'm not going to do this 10 times, by the way. There's no way I'm going to do this 10 times. That would. There you go, a bucket. I'm not going to do it 10 times. That would just be soul destroying. There's a basic rule of game design which you shouldn't be forced to do the same thing 3 times. And 10 times? Okay, ghosts, number 34. How good is your memory? Try to remember a sequence of numbers. 10 is fair, 20 is good, 30 is very good, 40 is unusual, 50 is brilliant. You'll be asked to remember a set of numbers that will slowly get longer, and you must tell the computer what the numbers were, see how far you can get. A key to play. This is just a memory test. Why is it called Ghosts? Probably. I don't know. I don't know. I was going to say maybe it was a parlor game or something where you have to remember sets of numbers. I don't like these memory games. I just find them very tedious. It's like Simon and so on, but it was 5, 5, 4, 5, 4, 2, 5, 4, 2, 3. I'm already bored. Let's move on. Ghosts, right. Submarines, number 35. Submarines by UTS. The ship at the top of the screen shown by the 3 hash symbols. Submarines move underneath. Relief depth charge by pressing any key. Points for hitting sub. So is this going to be like the old city bomber games where you're just the plane going over the top and you've got to release the bomb at the appropriate time? It sounds like it. 10 charges left. Oh, it's similar, but it's okay. Again, I think Input did a game very like this. No, I'm not saying they ripped them off in any way. It's just it's such a simple concept. It's the sort of thing that would lend itself to how to learn programming, you know. But I will say this: even Input remembered to turn the cursor off. Yeah, well, I've got to hit it sooner or later, just by chance. Terrible. I did a terrible job there. Let's go on. I've got to get it once. I knew that was too early, but I still did it. Oh, all right. I thought we might get an explosion or something. No, we just went boop. That was it. Okay, submarines. Rocket launches number 36. Oh, those colours. And I've immediately noticed it said this game's very hard to win. Let's just have a quick. It's also very hard to read. Where are those colours? Do you know what? Let's be really weird. Let's be really weird. And make it. Actually, BB equals 0. So make it like on black. How about that? This game is very hard to win. You must try to hit the tank on the right with the rocket launch from the left. You enter the angle, 0 to 90 degrees, any key to play. Let's give it a go. Now, you see these kind of barrage tank battle games that are around even today. And of course, the Worms games really made these so much more precise. Whoa! And it moves each time, so you can't actually progress. You can't progressively get closer. I think. I'm just doing similar values. I'm sorry. Did that hit or not? I think that hit. It looked like it should have been a hit as far as I'm concerned. Oh, that was a hit. That was a hit. Okay. Again, we'll have a quick look at the listing. But very simple game. So that was rocket launch. Next up is planets, number 37. We have this. There are 4 planets shown thus, e.g., I remember this. Star 230. The star shows the planet position. The number is its weight. Your craft is shown as a 0. Initially, you may put your craft where you like. When you think you're in a safe place, press the space bar. Your craft is now under the gravity of the planet. It can survive for 100 times each you win. There's a game on Steam that's very much like this, isn't there? Although it doesn't have the pictures of the weights. I'm not talking about Universe Sandbox. There is one where it's you have to maintain a stable orbit. It's a good idea for a game, and these are enormous numbers. Anyway, where am I going to put this? I should probably. Whoa, it's still extremely laggy. Let's put. I'm kind of aware of how strong that one is on the top left, but these are all pretty large numbers, so let's just put it somewhere like. I mean, what am I trying to do here? Get an orbit, or just make it so it sits in a gravity well? Let's see what happens. It is sitting there. It's going backwards and forwards. No, it's heading. It's heading into that planet. Get destroyed. You know what else? Look at where those cursors are flickering. It's redrawing the whole screen every time. No wonder it's so laggy. You don't need to redraw the whole screen every time. This is the 8-bit era. You just redraw the bits that have changed. I should have put this right at the far end of the screen, actually. I shouldn't have put it so close to the planets. There's also no way to give it an initial velocity, so it's just going to sit there and get drawn in. The only thing you can hope is that it does a slingshot around one of the planets by being pulled by one of the others, which kind of happened. Yeah, but then I don't even know if it's possible. No, I'm sure I did this as a kid. I'm sure I found a way of doing it. If nothing else, we'll try what I said, which is just go to the far. That's as far as it will let me go, actually. That's interesting. It won't even let me go to the bottom of the screen. I have a theory why that is. If you want to know why, well, I'm going to tell you anyway. I think it's because, again, this was converted from another platform which had a small screen size. Because the BBC screen modes, in graphics modes, you had 32 rows, and in text modes, you had 25. I think I might actually. Am I going to make 100? If so, it's just by cheesing it. I think 100. Safe orbit. No, it's not a safe orbit at all. It's going to collapse into those stars, but within the rules of the game. Within the rules of the game. That's all right. That's all right. So planets. Next one is black hole. Could be just the same game with much bigger numbers. They're all pretty big though. You're the white square. Press the spacebar and you will enter a black hole. You can reappear anywhere on the screen. An alien craft will then try to catch you. If it does, you are dead. If you or the alien move onto any of the Death Stars, you will be absorbed. Safety is in crossing the white line. So cross the white line. Where's the white line? Because you know what's happened here, don't you? They've set this up on a black and white screen where the background is black and the foreground is white. And then they've come along with their wacky colour schemes and made it blue and yellow. And didn't change the instructions. So, and this, of course, is astronomically accurate. All of the the alien, we got trapped by a black hole. So the black holes, just in real astronomy, they're arranged in a grid. So there's a bit of strategy here. You've actually got to release the alien. Oh, you've got to try and let it get actually into a black hole. I'm not quite sure why it sometimes zooms ahead like that and sometimes doesn't. But as long as the alien goes into the black hole, you're all right. Yeah. You know, again, there's the core of an interesting idea here. And if you had different layouts of black holes, and also if it didn't go zooming off once in a while, you'd be okay. You could actually make quite an interesting game with this today. But this is like the bare bones simplest form of the idea, but this is the basis for what I think you could create an interesting concept. Because as I'm saying, you could have it like different layouts, so different grid patterns, or even randomized layouts, and the alien is a bit more smart. It can maybe steer around some black holes, and there would be gravitational effect as well. But it could still get caught. And so your trick would be to try and get to the white line, which would actually not be a line so much as a zone. Get to the safety zone before the alien gets you. And I'm still saying alien. And once you've done that, I think that would be quite an interesting game. Still a mini game, but I think it would be okay. I sort of think it'd be good on mobile because you can easily imagine just dragging it around. Yeah. I disagree. I think it's a good idea. Right. Oh, we always look at the listing, don't we? And I always mistype the word list. Right, so that was black hole. Next one is dynamite. You must extinguish the fuses of 5 lots of dynamite. You are the white square. The dynamite is shown star. Move on to the dynamite to make it safe. Time is running out though. The fuse is at the bottom of the screen. Score increases each time you make the explosive safe. QZIP. Let's give it a go. So I've just got to Oh, that lag. Is this me not reading the instructions again? Move on to the dynamite to make it safe. I thought I did. Oh, it's very unforgiving. But it's that lag again. I can't hold down the buttons because if I do, I'll lose control. Sorry, did you see the length of that fuse? That was like 2 squares of fuse. That is so unfair. That is so unfair. 5-year-old, it's that unfair. Right, 40. Do your sums. How many questions? Okay, we are in what looks like mode 5. A bit different. How many questions? Let's go for 5 questions. I will have in the middle of 50, and but I'll go for mid difficulty. Oh, calculators and notepads are not to be used. Try to use your head, except for division where pencil and paper are allowed. Oh, how big of you to say that? Your answers for division sums have only to be to 1 decimal place with no rounding either up or down. This is a case. Why are they using one of these wide letter modes? Why should they should be using like mode 7 or even like mode 0 or something like that, which I didn't. There's an idea I've had here, but we'll straight away we'll just go with the fact that I'm making a complete mess of this. 4 and a 9. This is obviously written in BASIC. I'm betting that they're just using an input statement to read a number. Now, in BBC BASIC, unlike some BASICs, the full expression evaluator is actually available. So, if I'm right, and I might be wrong, if they're just giving me, I can actually just type in. Well, in fact, why didn't I set the proper keyboard up? 462. Is it taking it as a string? They've been clever. Because I was hoping I could cheese it. You see, just type in the same question and let BASIC do it for you. They were too clever for me. Too clever for me. Okay, so that's going to be 391. That one is going to be 510. And that one is going to be 792. Yeah, I can do maths in my head. A% for exercise. Let's have a look at C. Very short. No, it looks like they are actually doing straightforward number inputs, although certainly not for maths or addition. Where is it? No, well, maybe not. Yeah, another sign that it wasn't written for BBC is the first, obviously, the use of go-tos and everything, but the strange use of the random number thing. You can do integer random numbers properly in BBC Basic. You don't need to use this int and then multiplication thing. So do your sums. Next one is Derby Dash. This one again I remember. It's horse racing, getting 9 horses, £50, much the same as the ski jump. Odds of 8 to 1 if you lose, but yeah. So I remember this as having graphics, but it obviously didn't. When you're a kid, it's you just I think you fill in the graphics with your your kid brain, as it tells you that you lose. 27. Lucky 7. Given the simplicity of these games, of course, I mean, that one thing you'd be pretty sure of is that it really is a random choice each time. But very simple, very simple. And absolutely no retention. So number 42, Space Search. See if you can find the home planet. You're the ship marked 0. Move to a planet to refuel and check if it is the home planet. Is it? Is it perhaps the home planet? Right. I don't know what to do here, so... Oh, okay. I have fuel. I didn't have fuel to get anywhere. Wow, that level of fuel is terrible. That time I found the home planet by pure chance. Why is it giving me so little fuel? And also, it's the whole problem of the lag being absolutely terrible. I can't hold... I found a planet, refueled immediately. Okay. I was tempted to maybe increase the amount of fuel. I don't think I'm going to bother, because I did both win and lose and win and lose. So. Space search. We've searched space. It was rather boring. Universe. They love their space things. Do you remember that roulette game I mentioned? It's not this one. I think it's Rats. I think it's the one after this. Universe. You're trying to rescue people from planets near to an exploding sun. Oh, I remember this one. I really do remember this one. And it's a square sun and it gets gradually... Hopefully this is playable. Yes, it is. It's much faster than it was. Oh! Because I remember when I was a kid, again on the Electron, it would be that much slower that you could... But there wasn't so much lag, though. But it pauses it when you actually do the... when you do the... Well, this is a safe zone, apparently. Is that it? So effectively, there's nothing you can do. You get blown up anyway, so it's a complete waste of time actually trying to rescue people. But yeah, that one's okay. Very much as I remember it. Although, funny enough, I remember it being more fun. I can't think why, but I did. Right, Rats. Is this the roulette game? No, it's not. It's Anagram Solver. Okay. So my guess is that it's anagram. Player 2, enter a word. And I think it's going to be Yeah. Anybody want to see the basic listing of this one? There you go. Move on. It's Tanker time. This is a game to test your reactions. You must move the tanker along the canal to the top, as if the other games haven't been a test of your reaction. The problem! Exclamation mark. Wind keeps blowing your ship off course. IPQZ. Oh, it certainly does. The wind appears... the wind just seems to be completely random. There's absolutely nothing you can do. This one really is as fun as it looks. It's very, very tedious. I mean, it's a game, but it's like one of those maze, those wire guide it along the wire thing or it buzzes, except there's someone holding onto your wrist going like that all the time and thinking it's funny, and it's not. So that was tanker. Next up is parachute. Try to land on the special area, which is full of money. Controls are I and P. Well, it's drifting a lot. Happy landing. I am controlling this, but it's moving very randomly, and even so, I'm in all right. Not the most interesting of games. If anything, a little on the easy side. Jetmobile. 47. That one I have vague memories of, and I remember it being pretty good. Is my memory going to fail me again? Let's find out. You would ask, wouldn't you? Okay, let's try it again. Oh, sorry. We'll listen to that tune again. You playing a game with me? Yes. My name's Dave. What's yours? My name is Darza. Oh, Darza, the game we will play is called Jetmobile. You're a high-speed milkman. Yes, I remember it. Who has to deliver the milk to some people. You have to decide how many bottles to put on the jet car. Not the Jetmobile, funny enough. There are 6 houses whose orders I will show you when you press the key with the B on it. I've got a feeling I modified this game as well when again back in the day. I can't remember what to. I may have added some extra rounds to it or something. See if you can find the B. House 1 wants 1 bottle. It's basic education. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll put them on now. Count along while I put them on. 2, 3, 4. That's what I did. I added it so you could have extra bottles, and it would go nuts because the bottles it would always draw them as like those little discs on the side of the screen, and you'd end up with just they overflow the screen. It would go nuts. I might actually set that up. Press S to move the jet car. It moves distressingly fast. No bites. I'm moving it, by the way. And here comes a house. Stop. This house wants 1 bottle. I will unload them. I used the Green Cross code. That was a thing for kids in the 80s. It was basically just, be careful when crossing the road sort of thing. And it was hosted by Dave Prowse in a superhero costume, green superhero costume, who is better known as the body of Darth Vader. Look at that. And he's happy. Now, this screen I wouldn't have seen back in the day. It tried to display it, but it didn't. Because I had an Electron, not a BBC. This is a teletext screen. Electron did not have teletext mode out of the box. There was an extension from Jaffa Systems which added it. But it would just show this as text. Yes. I'm going to do a couple of things. Where's the... What I'm looking at first is the base. Okay, I'm going to assume that we want... I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to make it so that it's the Electron version, so it's going to be mode 6 instead of mode 7. I'll have to do that in a couple of places because it switches to, I think, mode 5. Yeah, it does mode 5 for the actual screen animation of the milk float. I may have changed the signs that go past as well back in the day, but I'm not going to do that now because I don't think I changed them with anything too rude. I just probably changed it with something stupid like Red Dwarf or something. I use the green cross code. Where is it now? There we go, mode 7. That copy key. Now, the Electron version, I didn't actually change this because it was. Now, the other thing, where does it choose the number of orders? Number of orders. Where is it? How many bottles they want? There's they've done some neat coding here. They've actually called in functions indirectly via strings, which is used to be actually do object oriented programming in BBC Basic. That just zoom through, find out where it's got the fun random is what we're looking for. So what is num? There's no search function by the way, so I'm just going to num. Num it was 5, right? So we will, instead of 5, that's like the basic number of bottles, we'll go for 150. Right, now you're seeing what I would have seen as a kid. All of those weird little graphics that are appearing there next to the text, that's the teletext control codes that set the color and the flashing and the double height. So this is, as you saw before, see if you can find the B. 97 bottles! Well, they won 100, obviously. There we go. What a weird way to actually do bottles. I suppose they were supposed to be bottles on their side, but even back then, I thought, why are they done as discs? Because they've bothered to do the milk float. They've bothered to do the house. Why have they just done the bottles like that? It makes no sense to me at all. And what they've done is they haven't even used UDGs. They've just literally poked into the screen memory, so that those colours, those are just bytes that they've written directly into memory. And it's not like there wasn't space on the screen, because you're only doing normally. I mean, if there were 5 houses and you go 5 to each, that'd be 25. That could easily just be one line of bottles, or maybe 2 lines. No bytes. This house wants 97 bottles. You unload them. One at a time, by the way. Notice they only unloads one at a time. One bottle at a time. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch this. We move on. Jetmobile was fun, though. High rise, number 48. Somebody's going to jump from a high building. You have a net, see if you can save them. Another classic 8-bit game, really. In fact, even before 8-bit, I think this is the sort of thing that you could do in discrete circuitry. We're nearly there. Come on. Where to catch? Oh dear, you missed. It looks so sarcastic, doesn't it? But it's again this problem of it's laggy as anything. I don't know if you noticed, but I seem to catch that time. This is not a very entertaining game. Enough of that. Let's now do the force. The force field will move towards you. This time it will have a pat. You stun the right square, you'll be at. This sounds very familiar, doesn't it? This force repeats its pattern every 5 lines. It sounds very suspiciously similar to a couple of games we played before. One which was just there was one space to get through. One where it was every other space. Now there are multiple patterns. I wonder, is it the same game? Yes, it is. Yeah, okay. $50 games, my arse. Okay, final one. 50 is exchange. This must be the roulette game. It must be the last one. Two plangs on the left are going to pass one plang on the right. No roulette game. Maybe the BBC version never had it. I seem to get through. Bottom, win. I don't. Okay. That's. You can either. I could kind of see that almost being kind of like a betting game where you kind of guess in advance. But no, it shows you and then it says what happened. And I still got it wrong. Well, anyway, that was cassette 50. All of them. The BBC. I think we had about 3 decent games, one that was actually all right. And yeah, in 2 hours, just under 2 hours. Oh well, thanks for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching.